proud of you, Gabrielle. I'm very proud of you and how far you've come, how far you're gonna go, and just continuing to be yourself authentically and not caring what anyone else thinks. So we love you. I love you. Hello you guys, welcome back to the channel. It is your girl Gabrielle Ariana and I am back with another video. So you guys, as you guys can see from the title, your girl has made it through another cycle around the sun and I am forever grateful. And let me just start it out by talking about some gratitude. Like, that's my, you know me, I'm gonna speak about gratitude at some point, but I'm just very grateful. Like, honestly, I feel like I've learned so much and experienced so much. Ups, downs, trials, tribulations, the thick and the thin, and I've done it all pretty much on my own. And you know, it's never easy having to go through life and not really having a lot of people to go to, or like having just a community of people in general. I have a very, very, very small circle, and for the most part it's literally just me. So yeah, I'm grateful for it though. Honestly, I really am grateful, because I feel like the people that I've met and experienced have, like, I've learned from literally every person that I've met in some capacity. I've learned from them and they've played a contribution to my, you know, growth and just being able to reflect on myself and look at myself internally, because everything and everyone outside of you is really a reflection of you in some way. A reflection of you currently, or a reflection of you, or parts of you in the past, or things you've gone through or experienced from your past, or even parts of you in the future and who you will be in the future. And so I always say that the present moment is the present, and also that the present is the past and the future at the same time. Everything is happening at the same time simultaneously, and your present is what creates your past and also creates your future. So the key is to just always be present. And so in this video, you know, I just want to talk about the things that I've learned in life. And I think I look so cute. Let me just look a cute little, give myself my flowers. I feel like I look so cute. And so because I feel like I look so cute, I just have to tell myself, girl, you look cute. Girl, you're beautiful. You're amazing. You are such a multifaceted, multi-hyphenated, creative art and artist. And I'm proud of you, Gabrielle. I'm very proud of you and how far you've come, how far you're gonna go, and just continuing to be yourself authentically and not caring what anyone else thinks. So we love you. I love you. There goes my affirmations for today. But I wrote down some things that I've learned through life that I just reflected on. These are a few things that I just I don't know, they were just present at the moment that I started writing. And I'm not really big of journaling because a lot of my thoughts are in my head and it's hard for me to journal or write out each thought that I have, because baby, I have 50 million at the same time. It's crazy. But I did reflect and actually write down in my journal. It just kind of came to me like, your girls write down 2016 that you've learned in this 26 years of life. So although I don't feel an age, I do feel a newfound of like enlightenment, of wisdom, and just a new wave of just experiences that I'm going to be experiencing, and a new layer of skin or old habits and old ways of thinking and etc., of past versions of me that has just lifted like a snake, you know, shedding its skin. That's why I feel like a new layer of skin is like, you know, shed it away. I'm growing bigger and more wiser and doing bigger and better things, right? That's going to give me more wisdom as, you know, these cycles go on. So yeah, although I don't feel an age, I do feel more wiser. I do feel like I'm close to my time, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like you're most in sync with your own birthday, because that is literally the cycle about you and when you came to this earth, and you know, so I do feel that. The first thing that I have on here, y'all, which I've talked about this in my previous video, a few of these things I've talked about in my previous video, all the things that I learned are my reflections of 2022, which is why it makes sense that I'm writing some of these, like some of the things that I've already mentioned in that video is also going to be in this video, because it all happened in the last year. So yeah, anywho, first thing is you have to be selfish in order to be selfless, meaning you have to pour into your own cup and you have to put yourself first. I'm a very selfless person. I love other people. I love to help other people. I care about other people. And if I can help someone, I will help someone. And I don't think twice about it. But I've learned though, in order for me to do that in a way that is not affecting me, is making sure that my cup is also full, making sure that I am still good, because I have given when I had nothing to give multiple times to multiple people, and I'm working on not doing that. But you know, I just learned that in order for you to be like the most selfless people, have to be selfish with themselves first. And if I learned anything, it's that I have to be selfish with me, which I'm actually very selfish with myself. I'm very selfish with my time. I'm very selfish with what I consume. I'm very selfish with who I'm around, what I'm doing. And just, you know, I don't just interact with any and everyone. Although I would say on the opposite side of things, I can still interact with people. Like, I'm not just super closed off. I'm just very mindful of who I'm around, what I'm doing, what environments am I in, etc. Making sure that I am always fulfilled. So when I am pouring to other people, it's just going to be that leftover overflow water that's continuously pouring out of my cup that I can give to someone. Because at any moment my cup is no longer full, that means I can't give, right? I have to be a little bit selfish right now until I'm back at 100 to pour into someone else's cup. I said make each day count instead of counting your days, which I found myself doing a lot. It's just like, oh, this is a routine. And I think the pandemic played a huge role in it, of just spending a lot of your days the same, very robotic, very routine, without you having a routine. Instead of making each day count, trying to do something different, trying to do something new, trying to be more intentional with each day. Although I feel like I'm a very intentional person, it's very challenging sometimes to just not spend your day doing the same thing, overthinking, because that's something I still do. I feel like I'll never be able to just not overthink, just because of the type of person I am. I like thinking, I like analyzing stuff, I like learning. However, you know, you gotta do things in dosages. So yeah, I'm being more intentional moving forward with my days, be making each day count, whether that's me doing at least one thing each day for myself that's making me feel good, and it's going to feed my soul. Period. Self-love, self-care, self-worth. Y'all, I have a whole video on this for my Healing Diary series that I did not finish. And in that last video, I said, oh, I'm gonna finish. Y'all didn't, clearly. But you know, life. Anywho, love, self-care, self-worth, self-maintenance, I mean. So I think there's a difference of self-love, self-care, and self-maintenance. Self-maintenance is obviously the physical. You're doing your hygiene, you're making sure your physical look good, working out, what you're eating, etc. Self-care, I feel like it's more internal work, being patient with yourself, giving yourself grace, being gentle with yourself. Also enforcing boundaries is also, I feel like that goes in with like self-care and also self-love, because when you love on yourself, you are knowing your self-worth, knowing your self-value, you're exercising that, you're practicing it on yourself, enforcing it onto other people. You're loving yourself in whatever your love language is, or all 5 love languages, or whatever it is that you do that you need to receive love, that's going to make you feel loved and be loved, and also be able to be open to receiving love. And a part of that is, you know, boundaries. Part of that is your hygiene. A part of that is your self-maintenance that you do for yourself and your body, on the external. And that self-care is being gentle with yourself and giving yourself grace and allowing yourself that it's okay for you to mess up, and everything does not need to be perfect. Okay, it does not need to be perfect, trust me, because we're perfectly imperfect beings. So there you go. Another thing I have on here, it's okay not to be okay. I'm not gonna go like probably to everything. I'll probably just kind of pick some, because I have literally 20-30-ish things on here. I'm not gonna go through every single one, because girl, we will be here all day. But I have on here, it is okay to not be okay. And I feel like that is very self-explanatory, is that I feel like we live in a world where people think you have to have it all together all the time and be okay and be happy and put a smile on your face even when you don't want to put a smile on your face. And you don't have to do that. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to cry. It's okay to let your emotions out. It's okay to express your emotions. And I'm learning to do that, because I was someone who used to always have a smile. Well, I wouldn't say a smile, because I have a rested bitch face, but I was always someone who just, you know, look either very uninterested, look mean for what people say, which I mean I probably do, look unapproachable, or just look like I have it all together. And you know, I did have it together, not all of it though, but I had it together, whatever it was at that time. But now I'm learning that it's okay not to be okay. It's okay that, you know, I don't know everything. I'm never gonna know every single thing, and I don't want to know everything. And because I don't know everything, and I'm okay with not knowing everything, it allows me room and space to allow God to place me in environments around people and things as it should be written out to be. versus me trying to plan every single thing. I used to be a planner. I used to be heavy on, oh, I have to know what this is. So I used to like always like to know. I don't really like surprises at all because I like to be prepared for things. And so when I don't know what's going on and when I'm not prepared for something, I feel like no, because what's gonna happen? But now I'm just like, you know what, hey, this is nothing that actually that got placed in my heart today was it's crazy, I was at Walmart thinking about this, but it came to me, it was like, what's the worst thing that can happen, right? I feel like that's such a negative thing to say, even though it's supposed to be a positive thing to say, like, well, what's the worst that can happen? You might as well do it. Why not shift your narrative, shift the perception, or perception, right word? Whatever, we're gonna say the word perception, of what you're trying to say, and say, what's the best thing that can happen, right? What's the best thing that can happen? And let's go with that. And even if it's not that, whatever ended up happening was still the best thing to happen, because that's why it happened. It was written to happen that way, right? So that was the best thing that can happen. The next thing that I have on here, again, I think I said this earlier, knowing your worth and value. And knowing that just because you know your worth and value does not mean you're practicing it. It doesn't mean you're enforcing it onto other people. Because like I said in my video, the Healing Diaries of Self-Worth and Self-Love, is I've always known my worth, I've always known my value, I've always known how just, you know, valuable I am as a person and how much I can add to other people and just be there for someone, and be very supportive of other people. However, I didn't really enforce that in other people. Like I feel like I didn't, one, practice that on myself. I wasn't really practicing my own self-worth and self-value on myself, and I wasn't enforcing this to other people to do that, because my next point is that how people treat you is a reflection of how you treat yourself. So if someone is consistently, you know, making you like the last, what's the word, putting you to the back burner, making you like an afterthought, a placeholder, you know, for other people and things, it's probably because, it is because that's what you do for yourself. You put yourself to the back burner, which is why my first point was you have to be selfish in order to be selfless. It always feeling the need to put others before yourself just goes to show that people are going to put themselves before you. Although technically, in a sense, people should, you know, because they're going to do what's best for them, right? Obviously. But there's a way of which you do things, and there's a way of which someone who values you and knows your value and your worth will not put themselves before you in a way that's going to leave you on the back burner, or leave you really not having anything at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I've been in relationships with people who have just never treated me, like, made me a priority, never prioritized me, never really like cared to know like how I'm actually doing, never wanting to, people just always thought, like, probably still fucking do think this, that, oh, Gabby just has it all together, Gabby's so strong, and Gabby's just, you know, she can handle anything. But it's just like, no, I can't. But also, people feel that way and have those same thoughts because, or think that about me, because that's what I would kind of give off, is like, I do have it, you know, have it together for the most part. I don't allow people to see that I need help, or you know, see me looking as weak. But now I don't give a fuck. Like, baby, I'm gonna dance with the stress every single time. If you want to do something for me, do it. I'll be gladly open to receive it. Oh, this is another one that I really want to touch on, is that your world, your outer world, your external world, is a reflection of your internal world. Whew, what do I mean by that? As within, so without. And that basically means is that how you are internally, and when I say internally, I'm going back, like, going based off of I'm going based off of your thoughts, right? Or your mental health, even your physical will, like physical being, like as far as foods that you're eating. Well, you know the saying, you are what you eat. It's a very true statement. You eat some very unhealthy food that you know is not gonna nourish your body at all, but it's gonna have you feeling full, not fulfilled, but full. And then after that, you're feeling very sluggish, you got the itis, and you just don't have any energy. And now, because of internally how what you just done to your body, it's gonna reflect externally with your physical body. If you're not having any energy, you're feeling depleted, you're not really doing anything, you're not energy to do anything, you're sad, depressed, whatever, right? Even like as far as music, like listening to sad songs, that's going into your internal like brain waves, it's going into your mind, it's going into your subconscious, it's triggering different parts of your brain, your emotions, that make you now feel very sad and like, oh my god, I'm never gonna have anybody. I know that's because I listen to songs purposely make me feel sad. Why? I don't know why I used to do that, but really because them songs be hitting for real. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, they do be hitting, like they be hitting. But anywho, mentally having overthinking, having intrusive thoughts, having, you know, bad thoughts, having negative thoughts, exercising on negative thoughts, like, oh, this, you know, my world is my life is crazy, or I'm never gonna have anybody, or this is just negative self-talk, right? Or negative self-thoughts that you're having, and having them so much that you're exercising them even unintentionally, that your world is going to start reflecting it if you believe it just a little bit. Just a little bit, y'all. I'm telling y'all, that little bit goes a long way. And so believing just one negative thought or a few negative thoughts, a little bit of it, it reflects. So do a lot of internal work. Learn your internal voice. Learn and trust your intuition. Trust your gut feelings. Trust yourself. I feel like I'm now getting to this point where, like, your ability to trust other people is based off of how much you trust yourself. And as long as you trust yourself and you're in tune with yourself, then there's nothing or anyone that you just can't trust. And granted, I'm not gonna say like that means you can't trust people, or because people are not deemed untrustworthy, because they are, some people are, but if you trust yourself so much and you're so in tune with yourself, it doesn't really affect you to be around certain people that are, you know, that are liars, that are untrustworthy, that are whatever it is in the book, right? Because you have such trust in yourself. And a lot of that stems from confidence, and also really knowing yourself and being able to sit with yourself, which I also feel like that's another important thing, is to be able to sit with yourself. A lot of people cannot sit with themselves, and I mean really be alone and be with themselves and spend time with themselves. A lot of people are easily distracted, easily wanting to just push whatever thoughts they're having, whatever they're dealing with, to the back burner and not bring it to the surface and figure out what their problems are and what it is that they need to fix within themselves, or what it is that they need to work on. And I think it's so important to spend time with yourself. And I mean really spend time with you, in every version of you, in everything there is about you, and figure out what parts of you have you not accepted fully yet, and that's why you're wanting to consistently push it to the back burner or act like it's not there, it doesn't exist, and allow yourself to be consumed by distractions from this external world that we live in. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I think that's very important, is sitting with yourself, knowing yourself, getting to know yourself, getting to unlearn and learn more about yourself, because that's all life is, learning and unlearning, truly. Another thing that I feel like is that's very important to recognize is knowing that at any given moment, literally any given moment, your life can just change. A whole 180 can be done. God can change your life. You can change your life. And everything that you once worried about would just diminish. It's no longer there anymore. And I feel like it starts with just one, being open for that and being willing to receive it. I'm learning how important it is to be open and willing to receive things. Like, I used to be so, no, I don't want anyone to give me anything, or no, baby, yes I do. For the good of all and the harm to no one, I do. I really truly do. And you have to be open to that. Stop feeling like you have to be the source of your own happiness, and stop feeling like you have to be the source of your own success, or the source of your own stability, or your source of your own finances even. You know what I'm saying? And when I say that, I mean allow God to work in your life to provide you those things, because it don't always have to start with you. Like this whole go hard culture, hustle culture, no, it don't have to be that hard all the time. And I feel like because it's been normalized for things to be like you have to be the one to do it, then that's why everybody's like, I gotta do it, because if not me, then who? God. If not you, then God. Let God do it. Be open to receive it. You know what I'm saying? So like, yes, God is going to move you in certain ways to where it plays a role in you receiving those things, but for the most part, just, you know, be still. Which is another thing that I have on here, is that there is power in privacy, there's power in stillness, there is power in silence. Silence, being with yourself, sitting in silence and allowing your thoughts to do what they're going to do, but still being able to just clear your mind. Like, I have a hard time meditating. Like I don't do that often, but my meditation comes from crocheting, and that's me sitting in quiet, or I have background noise that I'm really tuning out and I'm just focused on my crocheting, or that's literally just laying in bed 5-10 minutes of just allowing your thoughts to do what they're going to do, especially if you're someone who overthinks like I am. I overthink, so I can't control my thoughts coming, but I can control me exercising them and actually sitting in with the thought. You know what I'm saying? So I understand the power in just being still, and not having to move, not feeling like you have to be moving or doing anything, because again, we live in this world where it is preached, it is thrown in your face and making people conditioned to think that they have to literally enslave themselves just to have what is really our birthright, and that is stability, that is finances, that is food, that's water, that's a place to live. You know, whatever it is you feel that you're worthy of, that's your birthright, you know, and you don't have to be the source to receive those things. Be still and allow it to come to you and allow it to flow to you, you know. I'm learning to be still. Learning. All these things I'm talking about, y'all, I am still learning these. These things that I've learned, but I'm also still learning how to be a master of it, you know. And then privacy. It's very, I feel like we live in a world where it's just everyone is so quick to post everything on social media for everyone to see. And, you know, that's fine if you're, you know, I'm not gonna knock anyone that does it. Like, I'm just saying, like, it's power in not having or feeling the need, let me put it that way. There's power in not feeling the need to broadcast every little detail of your life. I feel like we live in this world where it's like, if I don't do it, oh my gosh. It's just kind of like you're conditioned. You don't understand, you don't know it. Like, you're not just like, oh, I'm doing it because everyone else to do it. We're just conditioned to we're in this space, in this environment, in this world where they're conditioning us to feel like we have to post every little detail of our lives on you know, social media, or just tell, not even just social media. Let me just take that out, take that aspect out of it. But just telling, you know, everyone that you know, or just feeling the need to just release something the moment you receive it. And I feel like there's power in privacy and allowing things to be private and allowing you to have that ability to sit with what you're having or whatever, even if it's something super exciting, like whatever it is, to just appreciate it in that moment and how long you have it before you go broadcasting it and sharing it off to the world or other people. This is gonna be my last one that I'm done, y'all. This one really touches my heart. So it says here that it's okay to not know what's gonna happen next, and to just allow God to move you even when you cannot move yourself. Let me say that again. I feel like it's a word for somebody. It's okay to not know what's going to happen next and allow God to move you even when you cannot move yourself. I feel like that one, it goes to what I was saying earlier of just feeling like you have to be the source of everything, and like, if not me, then who? Then God, you know? It's okay to not know what's going to happen next. It's okay to not have everything figured out, right? It's okay to not be okay, because like I said, at any given moment, your life can just be a complete 180 and change in the best, most positive way, right? Whether it's you making that decision to make a change and do something different in your life, or it's God saying, you know what, I'm going to move you, and this is where I'm going to move you towards, and this is how you're going to do it. You know what I'm saying? So this is the one that one I just told y'all. That's the one that I'm really like, yeah, it's okay to just let God move. It's okay to not know everything, because I used to want to know everything that's happening next. I used to plan everything, and nothing that I planned for my life has happened, and I'm grateful for it. Truly, I'm 100% grateful for it, because I wouldn't have it any other way. There's things that I'm patiently waiting for, and I know I'm being prepared for at some capacity. However, when the time comes, and that's just what it is. So yeah, you guys, this is what I've learned, and I'm continuing to learn how to implement and master in life. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys got something out of it. But yeah, your girl is 26, I guess. I mean, that's what they say. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.